Hello there. Is it time? Is it time for a change? We're going to go ahead and try out Meld. Is this the replacement for OBS? I feel it might be the time to change. And let's go ahead and walk through Meld to see if it's worth it. So I'm going to start off here by downloading. I'm going to download for Windows, and it's meant for Mac OS. Thought to install. I wonder how large this is. All right. It looks like Meld Studio is now installed. So let's take a look at the user interface and the welcome screen as we get started. It looks like we have a welcome screen. Welcome to Meld Studio. Set the scene like never before. We can live stream to multiple platforms. We can have virtual cameras. So that means that we can essentially use this for Team, Skype, and any other outputs that we need a secondary webcam. Looks like we have smart corner radius. Ooh, I like that option. Built-in move transitions. That's another OBS setting, or actually plugin that you need. All-in-one display capture. Capture any screen, game, or app window within a single layer. Looks like a bunch of effects presets. Take full control of your monitor audio. Capture multiple audio. Twitch VOD track. Up to 32 input channels. We've got audio effects. And it looks like there are going to be plugins for audio. It looks like that's kind of their strong suit here, is to have more control of your audio. All right, so it looks like we are now here in the Meld Studio, closely calling it OBS. Just taking a look at the different panels, it looks like we have layers, we have scenes, we have a big audio mixer panel. We've got our outputs, and we've got a inspector with our large canvas here. From the top right corner, it tells us how much disk space that we have. It looks like it tells us the FPS, and it's monitoring the FPS. I'm assuming that white, that yellow, that green line is an indication if we're dropping any frames. We have go live, we can record it, and we can clip, shortcut to clip. Okay, so then we go to the file tab. It looks like we can import, export sessions. It looks like we can even import OBS sessions. Maybe I'll try to bring in OBS. Unfortunately, this is my gaming PC, so I don't have anything that deals with streaming. Save backup, restore backup preferences. We got an edit tab, view tab, and a help tab here. Let's go to our file preferences. And this looks like this is our general settings here. So it looks like general, plugin, advanced, audio, virtual camera, smart guides, transitions, and hotkeys. Going to general, it looks like we can add a stream output to be able to start streaming services. We've got our canvas, which is 864, 1080, 1440, 4K. And it looks like we can do portrait as well. So I don't know if you can do both simultaneous. Oh, it looks like output. Let's say we do 1440, same as canvas. Frame rate, we can do 60 or 30. Looks like we can just go ahead and just do our video bit rate. It looks like we have quality, best quality. Let's try 8,000 gigabytes per second. It looks like our audio bit rate, our hardware encoder is going to be our GPU. Then recording, it looks like we can record as well. The different formats go QuickTime, MKV, and Flash. I'm surprised there's no MP4. And then you can do screenshots. We'll go to plugins. It looks like there'll be an options for plugins here eventually. Advanced. So it looks like we can select, let's say, is it stream? I need to look at it on my other computer. Our streamer bot. I guess you can hook up virtual webcam. So you can select from all your audio devices, smart guides, transitions. But it looks like you're only stuck with a move transition at this moment. Maybe we can do it later on. And then hotkeys. So you have all your hotkeys here. Like I said, it looks like you can do an assigned hotkey for clipping. That looks pretty neat. And then, it looks like you can assign hotkeys like to fit canvas, stretch the canvas. So that's pretty, just going in there and just hitting a hotkey, and it automatically fits your canvas. And if you looked at any of my past videos for like the green screen, it's, constant having to use and right click stuff here. Let's just go ahead and see what we can get started here. Again, I've never used this application based off of OBS. Let's see if we can do scenes. This scene here is probably going to hold our nested layers here. Let's click our plus button, and let's start off with a video device. Our video device here, you can see now it opens up on our canvas. And then you can see here we've got a bunch of different properties here, from the virtual camera to the transform option to the fill mode to the device, and then to the device's presets or filters here. Let's just do my web camera here. I'll probably pop up, hello. And I'm going to scale this down because I don't want to see myself large. And let's just place it in the middle. I like these guides here that will allow you to snap it to where you want. This is the center point right here. We take a look here at the fill mode. Let's just see what it does here. If I click fill, It should fill it up, but yes, it doesn't stretch. It doesn't stretch it out as well. We'll just leave it at fit. Once again, I've not used Meld before. This is just all just discover right now. 3D, 90s, black and white. So these are all the different effects that you can apply to it, which are pretty neat. I probably won't use too many of these. I can see possibly just kind of, I like this TV screen one here. This one's pretty neat. Just kind of using this as maybe type of bit redemption. You can see our layers are here. Can I rename them? Yeah, I can rename them as well. Put cam. We right click on here. Let's see what other things it gives us. Copy, duplicate, rename, align. You can align it. This is pretty neat. I can do like center left, go back, properties, align, center. All right, that's pretty neat. That's nice just to be able to align it where you need to. Right click. We can stretch to canvas. We can reset transform. We can scale it down. This is pretty nice. Just the snap feature feels much easier and fluent to move items than OBS. Still feels a little clunky on OBS. Oh, this is a pretty cool feature. You can actually flip horizontal. If you want to mirror it, you can mirror it. And then you can flip vertical as well. I'm upside down here. Flip vertical again. And then you can easily delete your layer. That's pretty neat. That seems pretty simple to go ahead and get that set up. Let's click plus. And let's see, we can do video device, display capture, media image, browser, duplicator. That's pretty neat. If I do a duplicator, I go ahead and have a clone of the original. So let's go to our none. Let's click scene. Okay, it gives me another one. Okay. And then now on this one, I can add an effect without it affecting the original. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty neat, but I don't know why it's creating like this mirror image here. Let's delete this here. Click back on it. Where's this cornering of the edges option? I did not see that anywhere. There you go. You can round the edges. So let me color it. There you can see. You can round the edges. So it's simplified. Take that off. Let's add a display capture. Click my display. Go over to my screen. So this is my vertical screen here. So this would be pretty neat if I go back. Let's see if we do preferences, canvas, but let's do a vertical canvas, our portrait, 1080p. Scale this up larger. Switch this up. There we go. That's pretty neat. Very simple to do that. Click another plus button. Let's look at widgets, combo widget, spotlight. I don't think it gives me an option. I need to, oh, okay, here would be different options. You can link up, I guess, your feed for this. So let me go back and add my stream output. Let's go to Twitch. Yes, let's go ahead. We had linked up our Twitch account to Meld Studio. Populate something here. But that's pretty sweet. Let's delete this layer. Let's try the widget, the spotlight now. Oh, okay, I like this. So it just gives me a widget, preview Twitch cheer, Twitch follow event. I'm not sure if it's making a sound effect. Preview Twitch sub event, YouTube super chat, YouTube sub event. This is awesome. Saves you a lot of time. You have the font settings here, the alignment settings. That is awesome. I think that's a really neat feature, something just built in already for you, so that way you don't have to use like StreamerBot or you don't have to use Stream Elements. You can also add an audio track for the source, so when this happens. So that's a really neat option that you have. I'll leave this here. Click on the plus icon, markdown, some text then. This is just a simple text feature. Looks like you can put text, color, but there's no option for any feedback, read content from files. So that means that you can attach some type of text file that retrieves maybe sub followers or just information such as now playing list, and you can apply it to the read content. You just apply the file, the .txt file. Okay, I'll have to do some research on there. Oh, because this is your text layer right here, so it's obviously a text layer, but it looks like, okay, there's a font. Did I miss that? Let's go back, click the plus, markdown. On the markdown, okay, so see on the markdown here, it's missing font. Text here, you can see has the font, which is good. You can actually have some type of customization. Let's check out duplicator now that I have a couple layers on here. If I click duplicator, select scene, it's still just gonna duplicate this. Okay, so it's still not a single layer or a single source, if you wanna call it that, from the OBS language. Browser would allow us to do our chat. Images would allow us to do images and media source. I'm not using anything that is from my streaming PC, so I don't have any media or any content at this moment to try it out, but I am gonna try the OBS transfer feature to see how much I can do. So let's add another scene. I want to see some of the movement. So if I click on scene 1 here, I click our plus icon here. Now let's see if I click duplicator, if it brings in something. Let's say none. If I go to scene, it brings this in, but it's still just bringing all of my layers. So let's just see if I do here, if I select cam. Okay, yeah, so there's my cam layer, perfect. So I guess here would be my duplicator once I get that going. So that looks good then, I like that. Now in here, there should be a transition that applies here, like a move transition that it said. So this looks like it's just a dissolve effect. So I must be blind. This is crop. Oh, that's pretty cool. You can crop it from there. I don't see anything as far as transitions. Let's say like, you know, my next transition, I wanted to move it up this bigger. Maybe that might be that simple where I just have to drag it. And let's see if I move it this way. No. I need to do some research then because I don't know anything as far as being able to... No, it still looks like it's just a simple transition. Preferences, transition, morph. Let's try that out. Okay, that looks pretty interesting. I don't know. You can probably get something really neat out of this option here. Preferences, transition, simple cut fade. That's a simple one. I don't know. But I do want to go ahead and take this into my streaming platform. I want to go ahead and put this on my streaming PC, do some OBS transferring, and let's see how that works out. Okay, so now I've moved over to my streaming PC, which has all my OBS, my media sources, and everything I need to stream. And we're going to go ahead and run the Meld Studio to go ahead and set up or copy over our OBS. Okay, so now I'm switched over to the profile, streaming profile that I normally used. I'm going to go ahead and go back over to Meld Studio. All right, hopefully you guys can see it. Open up Meld Studio. I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna import OBS session. It looks like it's working. I think it kind of freaked out this current setup here. So we're gonna take another break, go open to Meld Studio, and let's see how that works out. Okay, so now you can see here that I have imported all my scenes from OBS onto Meld Studio. Now, my stream is a little complicated. I have a lot of transitions. I have a lot of different effects. So I brought this in. We're going to test it out live on stream to see how it works, how the encoding is, and how the quality overall is. Just take a quick look and see how everything looks. As I switch scenes, I might get muted. Let me go ahead and go over to my intro scene. Okay, so it looks like my intro scene is working. If I go into my camera scene, which I still need to go back and fix, this is actually supposed to be my camera here. I'll fix that in just a little bit. My intermission was a very complex scene. Unfortunately, you can see it's not working here, but I had a bunch of effects here. My simple game and camera setup should work, which is good. My Be Right Back scene, and then my end screen here as well. So it looks like everything is good. I just need to go back in and adjust my video resolution for a lot of stuff here. I did have to add an audio mixer track here as I previously recorded and there was no audio here. So I went ahead and clicked my plus icon and then went right over here to track. I clicked my drop down menu and I used my microphone. Now all my audio is routed from my gaming PC on the Go XLR. This kind of just streamlined into the Go XLR and send out over to my streaming PC. I don't really have too much control on here. Followed up with that, I'm going to go to my File tab. Let's go over to our preferences and let's see what our preferences show us for our output. It looks like my sandwich Twitch channel. My canvas is 1440, which is what I normally stream at. The only downside here is I need to see if I can change the output to a different output. I don't want to stream at 1440 on Twitch. I believe you can do that now, but I wanted to downsize it to 936. So let me take a look at that. I'm going to keep my bitrate at 8000. My frame rate's at 60. My hardware is going to be the encoder. Currently, I'm using the recording option here on Meld as well. So we're going to see a difference possibly on my video quality when I import that. The only downside is I did have a stinger transition. Maybe in the long term, you'll see that might have some type of transitions like that. But let's say if I go from here to my intro, you can see it's just a basic transition or morph here. It looks like everything else is ready to go. I'm going to start streaming up in a little bit like that. Don't worry about the background here. So if I stretch it out, what does this do here? Oh, it's the radius. Someone behind us?
Much better.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Oh no. Did I not get that KO? Give me some heals. I'm gonna wait here for you. Let you plate up. I don't know why. I don't know why. Scan lines is pretty nice. Like putting this in some scan lines. But the only bad thing is I don't see an option to be able to like edit those yet. So this is pretty cool. All the different preset effects that they have on here. Oh, it looks like you can import effects as well. You can add them. Oh, here you go. So this is different ones here. Oh, so this is what I was looking for earlier. Oh, look at Venetian blinds. Properties here. Okay. So this is a feature I just found out right now. I like that you can do a blur on here. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so Meld Studio. This looks like it's got some potential. It looks like it might have some potential. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to stick with OBS for now. But I think I'm going to keep this in mind because there's a lot of features on here that I feel like within time, it should get better. Kind of based off of the mission statement of the whole Meld Studio is that it's streamer driven. So I think it's going to be very user friendly for those that are getting started with it. So I think I might throw in some tutorials on my YouTube channel how to use it because it is pretty simple. I just don't think that it's at the state where OBS is and you have more customization, but it's just a great simple platform application